I wanted to talk about a concept that I go over with a ton of students, both beginner and more experienced, because it's probably one of the most important things to have a handle on when you're learning pretty much anything. So, what I wanted to talk about is
Frame of reference.
frame of reference is everything. What I mean by that is it's important to have an example of music that embodies the sound you are pursuing. It's your compass when you're first starting out, and it's your compass for a very long time as an artist, because nothing is really created in a vacuum, and you need some type of direction to get you moving and growing, especially when it comes to expressing yourself. I like to think of it kind of like how we learn about our different emotions. So let's say like joy or whatever. We feel it, but we also see how other people express it in their own ways. So in a way, we learn more about it from others as well as ourselves. And our understanding of that emotion expands, while at the same time, it now becomes more of a shared experience on top of that. So we can share joy as well as see joy in others, and which is a powerful thing, and it's communal. And art is very obviously communal in that sense too. It's personal, but the power behind it is the fact that we can see ourselves in each other, and art is absolutely that. Anyways, so a frame of reference within music gives us a way of knowing how to express things we feel that other musicians have kind of already figured out. So that's why when you like any type of musician, whether it's a jazz musician or someone more contemporary on any instrument, when you listen to them play, what are you compelled to do as a musician? You're compelled to learn how to play those same feelings in the same way. Initially, you do that with a few different artists you really dig, listening and studying the way they play over a number of recordings and whatnot. But then what happens after that? It kind of morphs into your own playing over time, right? But there's even more. What you do is you start exploring from that initial frame of reference, but you find your own way. You find your own path to expressing yourself that's still generally going to be similar to what you've heard, because again, it's not really done in a vacuum. And then you develop your own style that is uniquely yours, born out of all of the frames of references. And that's what really is happening in your music. And that really is attained mainly by creating. So whether you're improvising or writing, that's where it really comes from at its core. I think creating your own voice just by imitation or through imitation is harder, or I don't know if it's really possible. Probably, but yeah, it's hard. I mean, technically you'll be an amalgamation of all your influences regardless, but your voice is really born out of your desire to express your specific perspective, and that requires some exploration on your terms. Again, you might have similar experiences with everybody, but the way you're interpreting it and feeling it is uniquely yours. It's your story. You have to improvise. You have to create. You have to put yourself out on a limb to get to that point where you have your individual voice. It takes sacrifice, it takes vulnerability. So this is where studying jazz, or really any improvised music, or even just writing your own songs and just attempting to create, really draws that out of you. But going back to the beginning, you need a frame of reference to start from, right? You get a compass so you're not just lost, because the possibilities are endless. And at least it points you in the right direction, or at the very least it tells you what north is going to sound like. And with that, you can be like, all right, cool, this sounds north to me, but I guess I really wanted my sound to be more of a west or east direction. So you get the idea. Over a good amount of time with enough references to draw from, you'll understand and feel more confident in navigating this whole landscape of music you're playing around it, just by the nature of being in the landscape and trying things. So listen hard, listen intently, explore different artists and their sounds and their choices, transcribe, imitate, and then mess around with what you acquire. Rinse and repeat, and in time you'll find yourself with your own voice in music. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell and give it a like and share it with anybody you think might get something out of this. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care.